Well, when it comes to outstanding young talent in New South Wales, we're certainly blessed with a number of outstanding youngsters, and we're going to add another name to that list in 19-year-old Andrew Bourke. And I caught up with Andrew doing his commitments at Clubman Angle today for Kevin Bizzuto. Well, Andrew, great to catch up with you here at Clubman Angle, albeit on a very wet day.
Yes, it's very wet down here. Thanks for having me.
A couple of the drivers coming back, I don't even think their mothers would recognise them.
Yes, it's very muddy out there. The track's very sticky too, sticking to all the faces, and yeah, it's very hard to see out there as well.
Well, Andrew, based in Millers Forest, just near Maitland, you've been working over the past 4 or 5 years with your dad, Chris?
Yeah, I have. Dad's been a major influence to me, and with harness racing, he's helped me a lot through my starting years. Giving me drives and whatnot, and just grateful for what he's done for me at this point.
And how many horses would you have in work?
We had about 8 in work down at Millers Forest, so just enough to keep us busy.
Yeah, it certainly does. And the fact that you've been driving now at Clubman Angle, given the opportunity through working with Kevin Bizzuto, mainly based around the Newcastle Tamworth region, so you must be enjoying this new scenery and also getting involved with all of our top drivers.
Yeah, it's definitely different down here. Driving with all these top drivers is definitely teaching me a lot on how to become a good driver, and hopefully one day I'll be as good as them.
And Andrew, into your 4th year as a young driver and already over 30 wins.
Yeah, into my 4th year now, and hopefully that win rate will build up quickly with working for Kevin at the moment. He does a great job with his horses, and fingers crossed we can get a few winners.
And now that first win with the Plainsman will certainly be one that's very special.
Yeah, no doubt. It was actually here at Menangle that I got my first winner, and he was my first horse that I had, the Plainsman, so I'll always remember that.
Now, Andrew, you certainly had a decorated career during your mini trots career, chalking up New South Wales championships, many trotters. You got the chance to drive in both the Miracle Mile and the Inter Dominion. What a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I was very lucky with mini trots. It was definitely good to experience all them things, and hopefully I can experience them things in the bigger horses now.
And Andrew, as a result, you're representing New South Wales in 2017 over in New Zealand in the Kids Karts Rising Stars, competing at both Cambridge and Alexandra Park, and congratulations, you won that particular series.
Yeah, thanks for that. That was also an awesome experience, going over to New Zealand to represent New South Wales, and I was lucky enough to get the win over there. So,
yeah, driving on those tracks in New Zealand, tracks that are certainly recognised worldwide, it must be a thrilling experience for a young fella.
Oh, it was awesome to go over there and drive, and driving at Alexandra Park where they went the opposite way. It was definitely different, but it was an awesome experience.
You also went over there with Gemma Coney, who's also representing New South Wales.
Yeah, me and Gemma went over there. We were good friends at the time too, so it was a good experience to have each other over there.
Now, as I mentioned, driving now at Clubman Angle on a regular basis, how did you get set up with Kevin Bizzuto?
I just heard that he was looking for a job, and I asked him one day if he needed me as a worker, and I was lucky enough that he said yes, and ever since then we've been working together, and it's been great so far.
He had a very impressive winner early in the day, Andrew, driven by Josh Gallagher, Vincent Van Gogh. I think he's going to have a lot of fun with that particular horse.
Yeah, definitely. He goes nice, that horse, and I'm not sure what the plans are with him in the future, but he'll definitely win a few more.
Apart from your dad, Chris, who you've already said that's been very influential on your early career, who have you looked up to outside of Chris?
As a driver, definitely Todd McCarthy. He's obviously one of the best, and it'd be great to be as good as him one day. And as a trainer, probably Kevin Bizzuto. He always does a great job with his horses, and he always has them pretty spot on, and it'd just be great to learn about how he does it and hopefully get a horse as good as he has.
And when I've spoken to a lot of the young drivers, Todd McCarthy's always a name that seems to pop up every time you ask him who's been influential on their career. What is it about Todd?
He always gets the best out of a horse, and he's very in the winner's circle a lot, and obviously that means he does a good job with his horses, and it'd just be great to be like him one day.
And certainly he's also one of the nicest guys you want to meet as well, so that's a big tick.
Yeah, definitely. He's always a nice guy, always says hello, so just try and be like him, and hopefully you'll succeed like him one day.
And how are you finding the mix now in the Menangle stalls here on a regular basis now that you're coming down here driving a Clubman Angle with all the other big names?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. You just got to be polite, say hello, and hopefully one day they'll, find out who you are, and maybe be as good as them one day. Driving in big races with them.
Oh, I'm sure they'll certainly remember you. Do you go about trying to pick their brains a bit?
No, I don't go through and pick their brains. I'm sure once they get to know me, eventually I will. But until then, I'll just be polite and say hello.
Well, no doubt, Andrew, you will be making a name for yourself. Good luck, and it's been very nice to chat to you here on Club and Angle TV.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.